Alright, picking up again. We are on our way to fight Ridley. As I'm going through in my head all of the checks I haven't done. So I know there's a couple in like the starter areas, but they're speed booster. And the thing we want is speed booster. Literally the only thing in the game we want is speed booster. There's no other possible thing to get. So it can't, unless they're really being jerks, it can't be behind one of the speed booster things. I did not mean to go that far. Credit to the original Nintendo team. As the farther you get into this game, the more badass you feel, being able to just tear through everything. There are quite a few things left in Meridia, but it's not worth going into Meridia to turn around to leave Meridia. Unfortunately, we still kind of have to go the long way to get. Without Speed Booster, we don't have some of the shortcuts. But now that we have VARIA suit that we found in Meridia, we can take a... we don't have to rush as much. And we can just spin to win our way past all of the enemies now. See what I mean? Quality of life. I know Ridley is down, but this is slightly bugging me because I did this. I have it on recording. Did I really? I have it recorded that I did this. I want credit in my little item percent thing for having done it. I suppose that means I should also have picked up some of those missiles I turned around and didn't bother picking up. Gonna go grab the one on Wave Beam. 2 on Wave Beam. Just because I did before. Although now that I think about it, I don't think I survived getting out, but I didn't care. Like, I didn't really... It wasn't worth trying that hard. Alright, what is our percentage at? 70. It's probably not going to get much higher than that. Because as I said, can I go... Is it faster to go this way? There is not anything we need other than speed booster. It's our last key item. And I'm not convinced we need it. Lava not exactly in the way anymore. Don't have to do lava dive, thank goodness. I looked. Lava dive is a required trick. But I think they give you at least the VARIA suit, so you're not taking the heat damage too, and high jump. You have to have at least both of those for it to actually say, go get lava dive. I'm not sure if it was worth it to even come over here and go fight Golden Chorizo or whatever. Golden Torizo, I think. Blah, blah, blah. Falls on head. Not exactly difficult. But that's 3 items basically back to back, counting this one. Yeah. All right. I will take a small time loss to do a check. This room is so much easier with space jump. Even with space jump's iffiness. And oh man, this room is literally called the worst room in the game. Not a problem with space jump though. I was kind of hoping to go back up, but okay. Am I forgetting something obvious? Now it's in the next one. Spin. Respin is one of the most important patches that has ever been made. I don't know why it's not enabled by default. Maybe because it's... I guess because then you'd have to, like, remember to uncheck it before you generate, like, a tournament one. I guess. Although there comes a point where it's like, okay, let's just... We can just all agree to make it tournament, right? Blah, 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 blah. Don't actually have to kill any of you. Save point. Ridley's not going to stand much of a chance. Not with 80 super missiles. Boop, 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 boop. I forgot there was an item up there. Okay, you guys just... You're in the way. You're not a threat, you're just in the way. Yeah. Dang it. Almost managed to beat the cycle. Go. And we jump and we shoot. Boing, 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 boing. Oh, Ridley. Here, boy. Getting a lot of hits in really quick. Should be getting pretty close to dead already. There we go. I actually remembered he has to grab you to die. Ridley was guarding. Regular missile. All right, well. There is 1, 2... Off the top of my head, with no visual cue, there's at least 2 obtainable items in Meridia before you get to the speed booster block. Oh, maybe that one's after. There's at least one. There's one that I actively was like kicking myself for forgetting to go get. But it wasn't quite worth turning around by the time I remembered. We're going to get to a save point. Oh, I didn't know that would actually work on you. I save the game. I'm going to take a break. Oh, I can click Ridley off. On the bright side, we get to do the quick, cool kill on Dragon, which is my favorite trick in the game. So that's something. It's a nice consolation prize for all the other crap I've had to do. Soon. I realized that since we got gravity first, we didn't get to see what Knuckles' sprite looks like. Oh, he's orange. Neat. Oh, you know what that space jump sprite is? I think that's the bubble from Sonic and Knuckles 3 that lets you do the bounce. That's probably what that is. Can I just see what the item is? No, of course not. I am still salty about the sheer number of missiles at the start of this seed. But at this point, I can concede that since there is only speed booster left, it's unlikely we're going to see anything but. That's a missile. And this is... There we go. Maximum speed, no more checks. We're in go mode, baby. We don't care what anything else is. We are not stopping for anything. We are going straight to Dragon, straight to Mother Brain. See, I'm glad I didn't force my way through Meridia. Oh, I saved the game. Glad I didn't assume that I needed to do that trick. We're gonna go down because it's faster. Boing. Finally get some speed boost going. When I first started playing this game, I was kind of annoyed at just how many tricks were speed booster exclusive. Like, speed booster was like the dev's favorite item. I guess not this game specifically, but like future games like Fusion in particular had a million speed booster puzzles. It's like, alright, you could use one of the other items and come up with a new puzzle too. I was also just not very good at them. I'm better at it now, but I do like its utility. I do like that the speed booster just does so many things. It's like the Swiss Army knife ability. There's just so many abilities that it makes irrelevant. You don't need space jump if you have speed booster. You don't need bombs. You can get by the beginning of the game without bombs if you have speed booster. And yeah, some of the stuff is way easier to do than others, but I forgot that was a... Okay. So I couldn't have got that item anyway, because I forgot you need speed booster to get it. I just want to see what it was. Just for the sake of... That's the item I was going to go and get and hope was speed booster. Oh yeah, you. Can I microwave you? Yes, yes I can. Out of my way. Oh. So that was a charged plasma beam, and then I was spamming the X-ray on and off. Now when you use X-ray, it kind of pauses the game while you look around for items. Plasma beam, especially charged, does damage every frame that it is touching the enemy, and they did not stop it from doing damage while X-ray is active. There's like a frame, like 1 second, or I guess it's a 30th of a second, I don't know. There's a small window where the damage is still active, and it shouldn't be. I'm going to save just in case. And by spamming it on and off, and considering plasma does constant damage, you're hitting that frame like constantly. And you pretty much auto-kill whatever you're hitting. And because plasma beam comes after this boss, he is not immune to plasma beam. Like you can't do it to Ridley, because every hit to Ridley, it absorbs the hit. Like he can't take continuous damage. But it works on this boss. Yo, Dragon, you shall die for the sins of the rest of this seed. I guess I could take these out. Fine, we'll do it the simple way. Alright. I think he comes from this way first. Deep fried shrimp. That's the whole boss. That's a randomizer exclusive, because you need his item, basically. Okay. And because I have space jump... Oh, this would have been tricky to get out of. Just seeing what the difficulty on the short charge is. whatever. To Mother Brain.